Allison had always loved trains. The rhythmic clatter of wheels on tracks, the gentle sway as the world whizzed by outside her window, it was a comforting and familiar sensation. So, what an opportunity to take a solo train journey across the country arose. She couldn't resist. The platform was dimly lit as Allison boarded the train, her heart fluttering with excitement. She settled into her seat, glancing around at her fellow passengers. The atmosphere was different though. An eerie stillness hung in the air, and the lighting seemed to flicker unnaturally. She shook off the unease, convincing herself that it was just her imagination playing tricks. As the train pulled away from the station, the landscape gradually disappeared into the night. Allison gazed out at the inky darkness, only occasionally illuminated by the dim glow of the moon. A sense of isolation settled over her. It was as if the train was hurtling through a void, disconnected from the world. Soon, she felt a shiver crawl up her spine. She tried to attribute it to the air conditioning, but the chill persisted. Pulling her coat tightly around her, she attempted to lose herself in a book, but her focus kept drifting to the window. Faces seemed to materialize in the glass, distorted and ghostly. She blinked, and they were gone. Must be the reflection of the interior lights, she muttered to herself. Time lost its meaning as the journey pressed on. Allison's watch had stopped, and her phone showed no signal. Anxiety crept in, gnawing at her thoughts. She had a feeling that something was terribly wrong, that this train ride was no ordinary journey. The occasional glimpses of those strange faces in the window continued, and whispers seemed to echo through the narrow aisle, though she could never catch their words. A sudden jolt rocked the train, causing Allison to grip her seat. The lights overhead flickered wildly, and then darkness swallowed everything. Panic surged within her, the train's eerie atmosphere now tangible and suffocating. She fumbled for her phone, using its feeble light to guide her way to the nearest exit. But the corridor that had been bustling with passengers earlier was now eerily empty. No signs of life, only the lingering feeling of being watched. As she ventured further, the interior of the train seemed to warp and change. The walls appeared weathered and decrepit, the seats tattered and torn. Allison's breath hitched as she stumbled upon an old-fashioned luggage compartment. It was filled with luggage tags bearing names she couldn't recognize, dates from years long past. A distant sound drew her attention, a mournful whistle that echoed through the train, followed by a chilling laughter that seemed to emanate from all directions. Allison's heart raced as she continued down the corridor, her mind a whirlwind of fear and confusion. She reached a door marked engine room, and her trembling hand hesitated before she turned the knob. The sight that met her eyes was beyond comprehension. The engine room was aglow with an otherworldly light, and there, surrounded by a spectral mist, stood a conductor in a uniform from a bygone era. His eyes were hollow voids, yet they bore into Allison's very soul. "Welcome aboard," he intoned, his voice a haunting whisper that seemed to reverberate within her mind. "Who are you?" Allison managed to stammer, her voice barely audible. "We are the forgotten, the lost souls trapped on this eternal journey," he replied, his form becoming more translucent with each passing second. "You have joined us now, bound to this train that traverses the boundary between worlds. Allison's heart pounded as understanding dawned upon her. She was trapped in a never-ending nightmare, a passenger of the haunting express that existed beyond time and reality. As the conductor's form dissipated into the mist, Allison's vision blurred, and she felt herself becoming one with the train, a ghostly traveler in a spectral realm. And so, the haunting express hurled to the darkness, collecting lost souls like Allison, doomed to roam the endless expanse between life and death. The chilling laughter and whispers continued to echo within its hollow corridors, a symphony of haunting despair that sent shivers down the spines of any who dared to venture aboard.